School jail, show up, we show off. We got the cops called for us, revving up the exhaust.
Alright, what's going on today, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Camaro Crazy coming back at you with another little vlog. As you guys know the deal by now, get my tools out of here. If you see, Project Z sitting here looking all pretty. But today, we are going to be doing a air-fuel ratio gauge, which is not the easiest task, but not the hardest. I would not want to put long tubes on this thing again. Yeah, if you missed that, check it out. Check out the last video. We put 1 7/8" Texas speed headers on it and speed engineering true duals into quad tips. Then once I get the air fuel ratio gauge in it, we are going to be putting 410s in the rear end. My nitrous outlet nitrous kit should be here today. And then we'll see how she goes. But kit's pretty simple. Here is the O2 bung that you will have to weld in. Thankfully, this exhaust that I'm using, it's already got an O2 bung in it that's already pre-welded. So I won't have to be doing any welding, thankfully. I thought I was going to have to. But here's the directions. Oh wait, this is converter directions, I think. Yeah, wrong one. What is this? That's the converter. Well, that's the converter. Okay, everybody, here is how it goes. So your white wire is going to go to 12 volt dash lighting. Brown is normally open switch optional, so that's going to go to the positive side of the battery. Good ground, that's going to come from black. Okay, this is actually going to be kind of simple as long as I got enough wire to do it. Okay, okay for use with nitrous oxide, that's a good thing. Okay, well, let's get started. First thing we gotta do is take that panel apart and see if we got enough wire to run it up. And I will check with y'all in a minute. Alright, everybody, here's the surprise. I did a little bit of test paint here to see which one I was gonna go with. I don't think I'm gonna go with flat black. I think I'm gonna go with semi-gloss, but I'm doing the Berger tail panel. That's the surprise, basically. I was gonna put the black Camaro emblems, the lettering inside of where the Camaro like is kind of inset into the tail panel. I was going to do that, but I decided to just go ahead and wet sand it. As you can see, I've already been wet sanding it, and I'm going to go ahead and paint it. Not too concerned with overspray, because if I don't like it, I'm just going to repaint it when I get the cowl hood for it and when we do the bumper. But I'm going to go ahead and set it up on some gas cans and give it its first coat, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, everybody, this is what I got so far. I've took the dash apart. I've ran the connector for the O2 sensor. I'm just trying to find somewhere in the dash where I can actually take it and run it through the firewall, run it down, and then run it to the actual O2 sensor, which is up underneath the car. Right now I'm just having trouble finding where I can break through the firewall at. But that's where I'm at right now, and I will keep y'all up to date as the video goes along. I'll try to show y'all where I found to break through the firewall at. Alright, everybody, a little bit of an update. It's taken me a while because I've had to go through a lot of electrical shit, but I found a breakthrough down here where the ECM harness comes through. It's just one bolt. You take that out, slip it through. I ran my O2 sensor wire down through there, down to the O2 sensor. And then obviously I'm just tidying up some wires now. But you take your white wire, put it into the dimmer switch. I got mine hooked up to here. And then it calls for a 12 volt ignition. And I just put that on a spade connector and pushed it in with this fuse here. Works fine. And then I took my ground and went down here with it. As you can see, I'm pretty sure that probably has something to do with ECM ground, but it works perfect. So as you can see, it comes on, and voila, it's working. Now I just gotta figure out what I want to do as far as mounting it and getting it straight. So y'all sit tight. It's going along pretty good so far. Alright everybody, got an update. I just right now I'm securing zip ties right, and I'm putting the dash back together, but it's working. Well, holding it upside down. The only bad thing I've noticed about the Autometer wideband, it will go all the way to 17 and drop back down to 1, and then it'll tell you your true readout. Like, hold on. I'll let it sit here so I can show y'all. There you go. So watch when I start it. It's gonna do a whole nother readout. I don't know if it's has to do with the O2 heater that's built inside of it or what, but I mean it's still a nice gauge. I'm thoroughly impressed with it. Never really had an air fuel ratio gauge before, but seems like it's working out pretty good. Running pretty good. 14. I mean, that's stock tune, but pretty good. So that's about all I have now. I'm going to be installing this now. So I will check back with y'all when I get this installed, and maybe we'll take it down the road and see what the air fuels do. Alright everybody, we got it all hooked up. All the dashes back together. Went to get back together pretty easy, thankfully, but let's go ahead and start her up. Pull her off these ramps. Pretty cool. In plain sight, I can watch it while I'm going down the road, and overall pretty simple install. Actually, it's not a bad install at all, but as you can see, it's still on, you know, it's still on stock factory tune. These are 3/16 holes. You got to use a drill bit, drill 4 of them, then the little, you know, gauge pod goes right on there, no problem. And then you just tap it into the stock A-pillar, and that's about all there is to it, really. It's a little bit of a bitch getting it out of the top of the dash, but other than that, it's not too bad. But if you got any questions, don't be afraid to comment down below. I'll answer all the ones I can, but I'm going to go ahead and show you all this next one. As you can see, I took the tail panel back out. Oh man, it's been a long day. I am currently in the process of painting a knockoff, like they call them berger tail panels. It's where the tail panel's black. And I was gonna put my Z28 emblem back on it, and I kind of screwed it up in the process of doing it. So I took that back off, wet sanded it back out, and I'm gonna go ahead and give her a quick coat. I'm pretty sure y'all are probably gonna give me a bunch of shit because it's spray paint, but this is some pretty good stuff. It covers really easy. Makes it a lot more simpler. Because me personally, I'm not a painter. I don't trust myself with a gun. Pretty good with a paint can though. I think everybody can agree that a little spray can is a little bit easier sometimes. But For something this simple, yes. When I go to do the actual, when we actually go to paint the hood and all that, you know, I'm gonna actually put a gun on it, of course, and get it probably professionally painted. But this little piece, I'm not too concerned about it. It don't have to be perfect. This tail panel already had scratches in it and stuff like that, so I mean, what do you do? But I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry, and tomorrow we'll be putting the 410s in it. I just wanted to give you all a little bit of an update on the air fuel gauge install. It's really not a bad install. Took me probably, if I stayed on it, maybe an hour or two, and that's just hardest part was trying to find a break in the firewall, trying to get something to get the get the O2 sensor wire through the firewall. That was the hardest part, but other than that, pretty simple. She's coming along. Hopefully around May, I think May 11th, Virginia is letting us start coming back to the DMV, and I'll be able to tag her and drive her on the street, and that'll be more content. So I hope y'all enjoyed. My name's Camaro Crazy. If you got any questions, don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe for me. Y'all already know the deal. And I think that's it. So see y'all later.